I don't know. You meant for TSSB, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Last time that I sent something that was not taken into consideration was, I think I sent it like maybe 5:30.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think they stopped taking it after like 5. I'm not sure.
That's fine. If I don't make it in time for TSSB, it's not the end of the world. They're not the end-all, be-all.
Harry Potter's first year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Getting a world record would still be pretty cool. I don't need TSSB to validate me, which just would have been cool to get it done before then.
Who cares about TSSB?
Yeah, I just thought it would have been cool. It was a nice goal to set for myself.
But now Harry was back at number 4.
You can still make it.
He was often locked in his room, and even though he was a wizard, he couldn't.
2 hours from now is 5:45. If I get lucky, maybe they'll pick it up in time.
Then, one evening towards the end of the summer holidays,
yeah, I guess.
a house elf.
I don't know. They don't have a time when they actually stop taking the runs.
No.
Harry Potter must not go back to Hogwarts.
Might as well get lucky.
If Harry Potter goes back, he will be in mortal danger. There is a plot, Harry Potter. A plot.
Well, I'm unwilling to continue that run anyway. So even if I was adhering to some sort of strict cutoff, I wasn't going to finish off that run. I would just go do something else. So might as well just reset and do this.
Harry told them all about Dobby's warning.
And better read
Very
it now than
I reckon
later.
old Dobby was sent as someone's idea of a joke. Can you think of anyone
In the
at
future,
school
I'll be
with a
more
grudge
mindful of
against
that. I'd rather accidentally hit the head move trigger, because I think that's what's getting me in trouble, is that I'm kind of angling myself at a weird angle, and I'm hitting the trigger for going back in there.
I think you can still go a little bit towards the middle.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I used to get it pretty consistently, but for some reason lately I've been just so...
Out of my mind with worry.
It seemed to go on for hours, and Mrs. Weasley had shouted herself hoarse before she turned to Harry.
Very pleased to see you, Harry dear. Ronald Weasley, I thought I asked you to stop that ghoul from making such a racket. He's still dropping pikes over the attic floor. It's driving me mad.
Come on, Harry, let's go.
And they did.
Thanks, Kibbles. I appreciate it.
Hello, Harry. Thanks, Harry. Come on, Harry. I see seeing you. That's it, Harry. Now try and flipendo.
Ronald!
Oh dear. Watch me and then...
This is gonna be it. This is the world record.
I'm doing a run. I'm gonna do a run. And
Okay.
you, I think on the bonus stream.
Nice.
But I'm stopping it myself anyway. So.
What bonus stream?
Oh, the marathon I was in.
Gotcha. Cool. Make sure you tweet out when you're on that so that I can watch.
Right. Use your directional. Right.
Well, I can let you know, I guess.
Yeah.
But you're still gonna be running.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. No, there's going to the past first. So I'm guessing. I don't know yet.
Nice.
Ah, that's much quieter. Now I need you boys to dename the
Been live for an hour and
guard
37
for me.
minutes. I should be finishing up a
He's
run
by
by
the
now.
shed messing about with non-magical junk.
But instead, I haven't made it past herbology.
You may be too harsh on yourself.
Probably. Sounds like me.
I mean, your in-game can still save you a bit of time.
Right.
Yep.
But it's true that a little bit of time loss is frustrating.
Especially early on. Especially after that run last night. Goddamn. I'm still hurt about that run.
Dad leaves his junk everywhere. It drives Mum mad. Try smashing these barrels with a... Window! Hey, look!
But then it
She's
seems
over
like
by the
your
Puffs game
appearance
patch.
on that
Why don't you go
marathon
and
was
chat to
pretty
her?
short-lived.
She's been a bit shy lately.
Say that again? I'm sorry, my appearance what?
I said something about the marathon you're in. Something like, are you probably? I mean, are you going to do
Pleased to meet
anything?
you. I'm
There's a bonus.
Guide the Puffs Gate. If you guide the Puffs Gate,
I don't
whenever
know,
you get a
maybe.
wizard cup,
If I'm asked to
it
do
is
something,
put
but I
there
think
two types of famous whip.
Volp is just gonna cut the stream tonight at midnight after the last run. I don't think he plans to do a bonus. But I don't know anything
Hello,
about
Harry. Use your Wingardium Leviosa spell to charm and move the jug. Holding the X button levitates each...
that. I got a few followers
country
from the
charm.
marathon stream, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Yeah, that's good. People enjoying Harry
That's
Potter
right.
too.
Which is weird to me.
Wingardium Leviosa!
But you'd rather not. You'd rather not getting the followers.
No, I'm surprised that
That's
people
right,
were
Harry.
enjoying Harry Potter too.
Wingardium
I'm glad to get the followers.
Leviosa!
More than glad.
I was not expecting people to actually watch that
Yeah, me.
Well
or like
done.
it. I mean, you've
Thanks
been
for helping
getting
Dad out, Harry. The
kind of
sooner we do...
good amount of viewers from that.
Yeah, I think it's been going pretty well. I think people enjoy kind of the absurdity of this game.
There's one thing I think was for the Volpe Marathon.
Time to put this in. Mum wants us to throw... to
He
fling it...
might have
Once
rushed
you
it
reach...
a little bit, in my opinion.
What about it? I'm sorry?
I said he might have rushed his marathon a little bit.
Probably. It wasn't well advertised to my knowledge.
Don't worry.
Well, I don't think it was advertised at all. I've never heard of
Try
it until he sent me a message about it. And the training
Right.
are not really popular
Don't worry.
among runners. Like, not everybody goes to it.
Right.
Try it. Don't worry. Are you good?
I broke even on my splits, I'll take it. Can't load video. Are you able to load my stream?
Hello there.
Oh, with...
Don't tell me you know.
Is this... Of course it's safe.
Okay, every time, and don't, okay?
Get ready! Jewel!
Young Potter's going to have to be on his guard this afternoon. Fred Weasley's a master tactician. Great work there. Nice work from Potter. For a beginner, he's doing really well. Great play by Potter. He's really holding his own. Oh, that's lovely. Well done, Harry. You won the
Not a
first
great
round.
first round. Kind of abysmal.
Get ready! Jewel!
And the duel gets underway, with Fred getting quickly into his rhythm. Great play by Potter. He's really holding his own.
That was a pretty good second round though. I'm pretty happy about that.
Expelliarmus!
Ow! Well done, Harry. Good idea. See that team?
All right.
That will release. Oh, I nearly forgot. Ow!
Get ready! Jewel!
Ow! Nice work from Potter. For a beginner, he's doing really well. Ow! Nice stuff. Ow! Well done,
Okay, so
Harry.
it was a pretty
You
good
won
second
the
round.
first round.
Or a third round, I guess we'll call it.
Get ready! Jewel!
Oh my word! That's real skill from the youngster.
How does that stream work? Let's see.
Great play by
Streaming
Potter.
you
He's
from-
really holding his own.
Yeah, from Hitbox.
Oh, it's
Expelliarmus!
Yeah, he gives everyone a key to stream to Hitbox, and then he just restreams that. Because Hitbox allows him to have a really short delay.
Wow, look.
Between me and him, at least. Ooh, that was good.
well, that was a pretty good idea, I guess, for delay or something.
Yeah.
We need to find Ginny.
That was an 11:38 for my
Oh,
duel
by
against
the
Fred.
way,
That's actually
if you
really
find you're
good.
getting
11:38.
Yeah. That's good for me. I mean, I'm sure, because I know you had like an 11:25 or something.
You
Maybe.
mean the best one I got?
I don't know what the best you've had is before, but I remember in my head that you had an 11:25 one time.
I think the best one that I did is somewhere around 11, 12.
Well, for me, 11:38 is really good. Oh my god, fuck you. I accidentally cast Wingardium Leviosa on the washing machine. I couldn't get my controls to stop being wonky. I hit triangle to get out of a lock-on, and then he went into first-person view. So then I was trying to get out of that. It just went wrong. That whole section went wrong. I'm gonna lose all of this lead I have, but that's okay.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Breaking even at the wrong one would make me not too upset. I'd obviously love to keep my 9-second advantage, but... But that hairy butt.
Nintendo!
Boom, 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 boom.
I didn't lose any time in the woods that time.
We made it! Looks like, come on you. I forgot how much I missed her. Wow! Have a look at my...
Fuck off, Colin, you asshole. I accidentally talked to Colin.
Come on.
My headset's about to die. I'm gonna have to restart the stream.
Your headset? No, dude.
I hate this fucking headset.
To get to the green, if we go to the room...
This is the noise that I can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just buzzing in my ear like crazy.
Apologies.
It's Herbology next.
Phew. If you beat...
Well done. Here is the... I'm Professor. Please
Right.
be... An A. Watch my complete E. Get
Oh,
ready.
mate, them apparition.
Welcome back. When is the
Perfect.
air
Okay.
butter run for you?
Keep trying.
Whenever I get my adapter, you know, just need
Not
to be
good.
No, I don't. No, I heard that, but I forgot.
I had a bit of a crisis just a second ago. I went,
Most
went and had a
impressive.
shower, drying off my hair.
Perfect.
Ladybug
Oh,
fell out
dear.
of my.
Oh dear. Not good. Keep
And you
trying.
went into panic
Keep
mode.
trying.
I didn't go into panic mode. I was like, well, why is there a bug in my towel? And then I went to look at it for closer inspection to make sure, like, if it was alive or not.
Bravo.
And
Okay.
like, while I'm looking at it,
Oh,
I see there's
dear.
another one on the
Oh
floor.
dear.
I'm
Perfect.
like, what is this?
Keep trying.
So I
Oh
thought maybe,
dear.
there's like some
Keep
form of a
trying.
reunion that can happen here. Pull them up so they're next to each other, and the one that I was trying to pull up is like, nah, flies away and flies into the light, and then flies around like a weirdo for a while, and then like tries to land on the wall, but it's wet, so it falls down. And then I feel bad because I probably just
Mr.
cost that
Potter.
ladybug its life. Boom.
By the way, how much do you need to hit the A rank?
A lot. I don't know. Hit them all. I mean, doesn't seem too hard.
I've tried to hit them all in
Welcome.
most.
This is a
most of the time
mandrake.
I would hit,
Its
like,
cry is very dangerous.
the
I
middle
need you
of
to
the
collect
beat.
these 3 mandrakes from this greenhouse.
You have
Of
to get
course,
perfects
the
then,
more
I guess.
mandrakes you collect, the more house points.
Why
dumb.
is let off? Maybe go charge his headset.
Harry! What? Speak up, Hermione!
Look! That mandrake's being attacked by those giant slugs! Being attacked! Keep the once the slugs. Good luck.
Incendio!
Ah!
Incendio!
Alright, so I've been playing with my feeling a little bit more, right? I've now deducted it's not that it's come out of place, it's as if it's... So I can move the back half and the front half looks the same.
Incendio!
Which I think is going to be more annoying to deal with.
Incendio!
Now,
Incendio!
please answer my question. Is Orth charging his headset or what?
I think it just...
Wingardium Leviosa!
Ouch.
Oh, well I guess that's him back. Flash charging his headset.
Blast charging, is that it? Yeah, something like that. That might have been him, I don't know.
Maybe he was trying to tell us.
Incendio!
Giving me a sign. Could not respond.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Apparently people on stream heard it as well.
So
It was an
wa-
SOS.
So it was him.
Yeah, it was an SOS.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Have you seen my image of Dobby yet?
No.
Look in the TS chat, it's pretty beast. I sent it
Well
ages ago.
done. 25.
Pretty beast. Spent a lot of time on that, you know.
You can keep trying to beat the school record for the herbology lesson race.
Oh yeah, well I'm assuming you would have done it down, but has anyone actually done the, done a check for how fast, like, the route that I said to do when you came out of herbology is compared to,
You don't want to skip
it
Edwig?
skips the Hedwig and gets you to the door without having to go around or anything? Is it faster or, like...
It is faster. Because, well, you get one scene that doesn't last very long, and let's just say it's like a few seconds faster than what Daniel
All
was
right,
doing.
Harry. Grab your broomstick and we'll begin the training. Welcome in a Quidditch, which is why, first off, this broom will steer left and right to fly between the poles and use the X button. Get set. Fly through the poles, Harry. That's it, Harry. Excellent. Now you've got it. Wicked. That's good. That's it, Harry. Excellent. For that performance, you've earned your gold wings and 25 house points for Gryffindor. Right, Harry. I've got two. Here's the first. Some people if you decide you've completed good session.
Hey, Harry, I don't know. Yeah, why not? That's true. How about here? Remember, and look. Right. Ow! Get ready! Jewel! Ow! Right, watch out! I'm really going to try and get you now. Good shot, Harry! Try moving more. Ow! Footwork's really important in dueling. Get ready! Jewel! Ow! Ow! That's it. Stay focused. You should be and dodge my jinxes. Expelliarmus! Ow! Wow! Have you heard? I wonder who it could
Oh,
be.
he still
It's
doesn't
me.
have it.
Very latest model.
Is that on?
At least no one. You'll pay for that, Malfoy. Ron. Hello.
Ron, you follow.
Right, Harry, we move. Good luck. done.
How are you feeling, Ron?
Ron.
Oh,
Thanks for defending.
Ron. Yeah.
Gosh!
Do we have...
Really, Harry?
Oh,
Ron.
well, Ron.
Thanks for
Ron. Yuck.
Gosh! Look at the...
Do we have...
Really, Harry?
Oh,
Ron.
well. Ron. Oh,
Thanks for
Ron.
Can you hear me?
Is Arthur back? Yeah.
Hey, I didn't have to restart my stream and the audio's working again? That's amazing.
Seems like it.
It's like a Christmas miracle. Fuck.
You know what would make a real miracle?
What?
World record.
That would be a world record. Or a miracle. Or one of those things. This one's going okay. I made a few mistakes here and there. That I'm not too pleased with, but being 52 seconds ahead at Eats Slugs is kind of nice. Because I got about a minute 20 I can still make up through this run. Like easy minute 20, not like, oh, that's the difference between my PB and my sum best.
Well, I started to route this.
The 100%?
Yeah.
If you can find a way to do it that doesn't involve fighting the snake until you've gotten everything, that's going to be the optimal route.
This should be a
Well, if you can open the door
Are you okay?
in the
I'm
common
fine.
room, dorm room, whatever. I think it's common room. But,
To the founder's tools?
if you can, yes, if you can open it before killing the snake, you should be able to get what's inside there.
Yep.
But I think it's doable, even if you don't kill the snake. You can probably still open, but just cannot act anything.
Okay.
And you still need the souls to get to the door, I believe.
Still need what to get to the door?
The spells,
Okay.
like make platforms and such.
Yep.
So yeah, I think, you know what, I'm gonna route with that in mind, and if it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna put those, is it the...
If it can be done, I think that we need to agree that the end of the snake fight is still the end of 100%. Like, that no matter what order you do things in, you still have to beat the snake again after. Otherwise, the optimal strat's gonna be like, get to the snake, then save and quit, and I think the snake should be. I think the snake should be the end of the run, in any case. You know, like
But
to skip the
there's-
credits.
Quite excellent.
Can you actually redo the snake?
I don't know. I don't know offhand.
I don't think so, because when you finish the game, they let you select the levels, but you can see that the boss are dead.
Right.
So I'm gonna guess that the snake is also dead.
Possibly. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
If you finish this run, just check at the end.
Okay.
Hello, class.
What am I checking? Whether or not it lets me go back to the snake?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think it only lets you go back to levels that have folio cards in them.
Splendid. Dear, dear.
Really?
Yeah, the only levels that appear in the book are levels with folio cards in them.
Alright, well, I guess.
Very stylish.
Wait,
Yes, I mean.
they let you redo the car part.
Very
Yep.
stylish.
From there. Which means the roll warp might still be viable.
I don't think... You can redo the Weasley farm, I think.
You can redo everything.
One more to go.
But I'm saying that if you can come back to the car part later, the wrong warp might still be viable.
Oh,
But then if you need to kill the snake at the end of the game, then it might not be viable.
Well, I don't know, because maybe the last founder duel would be the end split.
Maybe. Or just collecting the 24th folio card or whatever.
You
Well,
learned the
whenever
part.
he gets
If you
last
come
card, he do this his motion that disappear, make the card
Now be
disappear.
warned.
Mm-hmm.
No harm.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be the
Fresh.
trigger.
Don't
for the
worry.
answer.
Looks like
Whenever the card,
I'll take it.
like,
When a pixie
whenever he
spark
hits the card,
Petrificus,
it
you
should-
can
it would
only
be
levitate.
the end splits.
Right.
Wing gun. Steer the pick. Simple.
Because
isn't it,
if you cannot,
Okay,
you
I'll
cannot
try.
do the snake, then I don't know. It's either on the last card, or it's that you do them before the snake.
Right.
So it's up to you.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the route and then we can make an assessment on when it ends. Like if it makes sense to do the snake last.
I really don't care.
Yeah, because if it makes sense to do the snake last, then the snake should be it. If it doesn't make sense, then it'll be on the final folio card or whatever the last thing you collect
Yeah,
is.
Yeah, I think that was. You know what? I'm just gonna make the route with the snake being
Well done. Obviously.
the last thing to do.
Right. Because if it's possible for the snake to be the last thing, that's obviously going to be ideal. Because then you don't have to set the credits.
Yeah, so that just means no warp.
Right. Right. That would mean no wrong warp.
Exactly.
This Halloween.
Which I'm actually kind of okay with. 100% not having a big ass wrong warp in the middle kind of makes sense to me.
A death day party.
I've never heard of a death. Sounds dead depressing to me.
Or can you actually redo the levels
The race for the House Cup continues.
before the end?
Maybe. You're suggesting that maybe
You know-
like the wrong warp and then go back to the car level to get the card and then like in the car in
Yeah,
that level immediately.
Yeah. If you can, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can route it.
I don't know. I just need permission for
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, we can test it. Like I'm saying, I'll pull up on the emulator and we can test some stuff soon and figure it out.
Slytherin.
that. Unless Lynn can.
I can, but I'm in the middle of some of the others, like playing other games. So.
Gryffindor. Gryffindor are in the lead on house points. The race for the house.
I would have liked to have saved a little more time on the pixie split, but saving time at all is still good, so.
Pesky pixie.
No, I didn't get the Nick skip. I wasn't paying attention. I don't think my PB had it either, but it's still kind of obnoxious. Kind of obnoxious to give up time for no reason. But what my PB didn't have, I don't think, is the half casts on the slugs and snails. That thing you taught me, Dylan, about how you can just do it. Because you're the one who told me. I'm sure everyone else told me too. Because
Wasn't that near?
Don
Yes,
always
Colin,
reminds
it's
me
Don't
great.
do what?
that it does the same amount of damage to charge your Lupendo fully on the slugs and snails as it does to charge it partly.
Yeah. It's still the same number of hits, even charge or not charge.
Right.
Wow, Harry Potter! I'm Colin.
So
I'm in
learning how
Gryffindor.
to just
Everyone,
do a
and
half
you really
cast
do
is
have
a lot
that light.
faster.
It's brilliant.
Way faster than doing full charge.
I have a. This.
Hey, Chamber of Seacrest.
It shouldn't be too hard to actually run this game without wrong warp and without the use of the book. I guess it would be more fun with the book also.
Why would the book make it more fun?
Just because you can redo the levels.
Okay.
If you can actually redo the
Can you
levels,
believe? Come on, Rob. No problem.
you went past, like, if you...
Then you're saying
If you
then
could,
wrong warp would be viable again, and
I mean, if you do the wrong warp, you would need to go back to the car section.
Right, obviously.
But if you do the wrong warp, I think you're missing one car at the beginning. I'm not sure.
Incendio!
I'm not sure.
Incendio!
So there's about 3 cars in the Weasel farm, and the forest included.
Incendio!
I did not know that.
Well, you do the gnome, that's 1. The buskin, 2. 1 on top of the 3rd washing machine.
Oh, that's true.
Which means then you could skip from there, but then you have to come back to the car.
The car.
Which would still save time
Oh,
because
that
you're
means it's
skipping.
100% runs.
Because then you'd still skip the storybook that comes right before the car section, and you'd get to skip the Whomping Willow.
Whomping Willow, and then it's the car section, and then after that, it's the entrance to the school.
Plus, there's 1 or 2 storybook sections.
All right, so I guess the warp is 5 minutes.
Right.
You get the first 3 cards, and then just run and then go back to the car section. If you can. That would be good.
Right.
And if you can, that means every 100% run better have a jamming tune played while you're flying in the car. Techno beats played with four notes.
Oh yeah, you know that.
Yeah,
Just like in the blind routes. Also, that step on the bottom of the stairs that keep blocking you.
Yeah,
Like,
I think.
that shit is really annoying.
Yeah. Do you have that problem too? Because I pretty much just feel like I'm
Yeah.
messing up the geometry there.
I don't know. It's underground. Like, you should be able to step on it.
Right.
But no, you can't.
Right.
Like,
There's like a step that's like
Logic.
1 millimeter off the ground, and for some reason you just can't walk on it
Yeah.
sideways.
logic of the game.
Yep. The logic of this game is to not play it.
I guess you're right.
True story.
You know what? I'm gonna set up when this guy finish. What could be my estimate?
Let's go.
For Harry Potter?
155.
Yeah, I just told Volt 2 hours. And I knew that was a way overestimate. I would not mess up that much. But it made it nice and round.
2 hours is pretty fair, actually.
It's nice and rounded for other people to make plans around.
So glad you can make it, Harry. May I recommend the mouldy bread and the stinking salmon? Watch out for Peeves, Harry. Feel free.
Happy Death Day, Nick. I think Ron has a present for... Peeves!
This time I stopped playing this game. I've been playing it for over 4 hours.
Yeah, probably for the best. I'd play some Harry Potter 2 instead.
What's on right now?
Oh.
Get on our level.
And I'm definitely going to. I'm just gonna hope for stuff like actually finish.
I believe in you.
And if I have to stop, I just want something hilarious to happen, like Harry Potter just keep you playing Wingardium Leviosa for like 5 minutes straight.
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
He would not even shut up. But the only thing that actually made him shut up was I think a cutscene. I'm not sure, or a loading zone.
The voice was growing fainter.
There, now world record attempts is first in my stream title. Are you happy?
He began to run.
World record attempts. I thought it was yours.
Something was shining on the wall ahead.
You got your
He
wish.
approached slowly, squinting through the darkness.
About time.
Mrs. Norris, Filch's cat, was hanging by her tail from a torch bracket.
Those are pretty good
She was
peeves,
as
but
stiff as a board, her eyes
Yeah, I
widely
think the
staring.
only moment that I
Foot-high words had been daubed on the
the
wall
only
above the
place I have
petrified
trouble in
cat.
this game
Harry
is
shuddered
the
as he read
Quidditch match.
The Chamber of
Yeah.
Secrets has been opened.
So stupid.
grabbing that
Enemies
snitch
of
is
the air.
dumb as shit,
Beware.
dude. You so right.
Before Harry could leave, several people appeared in the corridor. When Filch saw Mrs. Norris, he screeched accusingly at Harry.
You've murdered
Let's
my
see.
cat.
Let's see the
You've
viewers
killed
just
her.
start pouring in, Mr.
And then
Walrus.
Draco Malfoy shouted out to everyone.
Got 100 viewers.
Enemies of the air, beware.
Actually, he's
You'll
got a
be next,
point. Typically, when I put world record attempts anywhere in my stream title, I get twice as many viewers.
Ron reckoned that he had an idea who the heir of
Well, it's
Slytherin was.
kind of normal.
And both he and
Yeah.
Harry went to meet
I can
him.
understand that. I mean, if I'm looking for something to watch on Twitch or on Speedruns Live and I don't know what I'm looking at, seeing world record attempts is more exciting to me.
I'm
Just
sure
like
that Draco...
I
everybody.
think you might
Polly what?
polyjuice to make the pot,
Okay.
and I'll get the.
God, can you just imagine if I got in that
You two
Nick
had better
split?
get
We're
to
talking about
potions
like
class.
potentially
When I find a
sub
place to prepare the
112.
polyjuice potion, I'll send Hedwig.
112.
I would be ahead of my split by like 112. That's how good I would be. If I had gotten that first Nick talk skip. Oh, potion. Okay, everyone shut up. I'm
Silence. I suggest
so bad at this minigame.
Square
attention.
X circle.
Shh.
with this done.
Got it. Got it. That was a decent potion section. I only messed up one part.
Good enough. Now remember, class dismissed.
Only a fool would expect better from you, Potter.
Hello there.
Of course.
It's nearly half.
I'll
That
have
was pretty
Hagrid.
decent.
I do?
Yeah.
Like, get... Oh, yeah.
That was above average for me, at least.
All right.
Definitely
then.
not as fast as watching
Okay,
you do it, though.
Dude, the fastest person that I saw this was Daniel.
Yeah, I think I remember Daniel being
Let's
pretty
see
good
if
at
you
it,
can
too.
get to fling.
I
When
think
you
his
reach the
timer
try and
was
fl-
somewhere a little bit higher than the middle. Like, he saved about 3 or 4 seconds on me on just that part.
Don't worry, Harry.
Oh, well, you gained 2 viewers from all of this.
Don't worry about that.
Nice. 2 viewer hype.
That was ranked title.
That pulled it.
Don't worry, Harry.
Everyone's hyped for that world record.
Don't worry about that.
Is there a way to make a bingo card thing?
I made an app that creates bingo cards for games, yeah.
Don't worry, Harry. I'll get.
The one where you click and highlights the square?
Yeah,
Well
it's
done.
just like the SRL bingo. Except for it allows you to make your own goals.
This one you could use it. Yeah, this one you could use it as a bingo card.
What sort of goals would you put in there?
Not really a bingo word. I mean, it's just a way to keep track of the
Thanks for
cards
saving me.
you find.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess you could.
There Did you I got
There's
some
24
flat speed,
in
but
the
it...
grid. There's 85 square. You could just put the middle like as blank.
Right. Of course, if you had a route, you wouldn't need to worry about which ones you got, because you'd always get them in the same order.
True, true. Never mind
And
about
as we
that then.
slithering...
It's done.
I can't... What's going...
Alright then.
Where do you actually
Someone's...
There's the...
bird
Mount
statues?
boys. There they go after the snitch. It's heading for the stands.
Because one here
Amazing!
is
I've
it's
lost
just
sight
the
of-
only description is near. Oh, near the bird statues. I forgot about that. No, it's get all the trophies.
I'll get you, Potter.
I just gotta try to put them all in order.
Right.
Oh god, this one is even more confusing. Professor Dom Leho. No joke, it's spelled like this one. Dom Leho. Spiders. Okay, single spiders with colon on side. What kind of explanation is this?
Not a good one.
I have no clue where this would be. Absolutely. The only place seeing a potion, a cauldron was at the end of the spider section.
Right.
On a high, wow, this one is
Got the snitch first try. Holy shit. This run's happening. Not my best Quidditch section, but I grabbed the snitch first try, so.
Man, this is even worse.
Harry's arm was hanging at a very strange angle. But in
Near
his good hand,
Lockhart
he held
office.
the snitch.
Well, I guess there's one
Aha,
next
we
to
won!
his office.
Lockhart told Harry to lie back as
Oh
he
man, you
tried
had
to
such
mend
a
his
like,
arm with
a
charm.
slight grin when you got the snitch.
I know. I had to cover my mouth just so I didn't look like some sort of asshole.
For like one split
arm
second,
didn't
you
hurt
saw this
him,
grin
nor
and
did
it
it
just
feel
disappeared.
remotely
Like, nah,
like an
son,
arm.
planned.
Ah, yes.
that every
well,
time.
that can sometimes happen. So, Harry, just travel
It
up to the
seems you
hospital
can
wing.
actually,
Madam Pomfrey will be able to
you can travel
tie
through
you up a
the
bit.
castle.
The next moment,
the school.
Dumbledore and McGonagall
Mhm.
were backing
Seems you
into
can
the
actually
room,
go through the
carrying
school
what
a
looked
second
like a
time.
statue.
Okay.
Together, they heaved it onto a
Because
bed.
you find cards
that the
in,
Chamber of Secrets is indeed open again.
castle halls? What the hell?
Hermione whispered
the-
to Harry that it was about time he collected together the ingredients for the polyjuice potion.
Might be referring to the house common rooms.
I think you should go to Diagon Alley.
Castle Hall.
It was half
There's-
term
there's-
by
Castle
the time
Hall.
Harry's
Oh.
arm was better,
Yeah.
and
So
following
it's an
Hermione's
upper Castle
advice,
Hall.
he caught the train to
Is
London.
there a freaking castle somewhere?
Harry
Well,
met
Hogwarts
Hagrid
is a castle.
at Diagon Alley.
People refer to it as the
Yeah, but that's
castle.
the school.
Okay.
The school. Upper floor by turn nets with a flag. Okay.
I mean, in the game it refers to them as upper castle and lower castle, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't really care. 5 of them are from Fred and George.
Yep. And you get one from each founder, right?
Yes.
Go and get it. Go and go.
Yeah,
I'll meet you back.
for each.
And there's 3 of them that you duel, right? You don't duel Gryffindor.
No, you only do 3 of them. I think.
4 in total?
I don't know.
Harry, I found the perfect.
Well, I saw the portraits, but it seems like it's only Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff.
Mail for you.
I didn't see it. Gotcha, Gryffindor.
There's a port room like at the entrance.
Okay.
Oh, that. I don't know if that has anything to do with that.
Yeah, I don't know what's in that though, because I couldn't get in.
It seems that some
Please
person
help.
tried to
I'll
play
give you
the
anything.
game like 100% and somehow glitched
Yeah.
into a hole, not a hole, door in the entrance,
Yeah.
and got a spell that it was not supposed to get. A spell that doesn't exist in the game.
That sounds like finding the Triforce in Ocarina of Time. Like people claim to do a lot of stuff that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't think it's even possible. Because he says that he entered the room and then there's nothing but a cell there.
Wait, is he? Can you link me the guide or something, and I'll look at it? Because he might mean the same thing as on the forest one. Like you go into the room, and there is literally the spell in the middle of a room. And you pick it up.
And there's no wall. It's all dark and
Have you got any?
they shoot through
Okay,
walls.
not like that.
That's all he said. I don't have the link here. I took it from Game Fact.
Do I run anything cool? Yeah, I run lots of cool stuff. My coolest game that I run is Harry Potter 2.
I would like the Harry Potter one to be bumped up.
Okay, Harry Potter 1's pretty cool too. I run Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. I run... Shit, what do you want me to run? Damn, I run everything.
Welcome.
It doesn't look.
Is this better?
Is this better?
How can I help?
Can I have some?
I do it. The height. You need to.
Oh no.
Hoping that my run is so I can
I believe in you, Dylan. If anyone can do it, it's you or me. But mostly
I'm
you.
not even gonna say anything about self-luck. Maybe I'll get a good run.
I think you're gonna get a great run.
Well, I know I can stay maybe 40 minutes. So
Well done, you.
you're having a pretty good section there.
Yeah, I am. Better than my usual.
You've got all your.
That was a gold split.
Let me guess, 140.
136.
Did you manage?
Yes.
She wouldn't.
Alright, I've learned my lesson from trying to rush Ron through
I'm afraid
doors.
I hope you're not.
It never ends well. Even if I beat him to this next door, I'm just gonna let him go. I'm
Come
gonna be like,
on,
after
Ron.
you.
And then he's gonna shut the door on you because he's a great friend.
Yeah. See, I'm beating
So
him to the
last
door
time
right now, but you know what? I'm gonna let him have it.
Well, even if we take the cutscene, it doesn't change much.
I'm not convinced that I can get there right as the door is reclosed fast enough, so I skipped the cutscene just because it guarantees that I'll be sitting there waiting on the
I
door.
suppose I'd bet. Good luck. I'll meet.
Like, I can beat Ron to the door every once in a while. Like, this was the third time that I've ever gotten to the door before Ron. But I'm not gonna try to open it before him anymore, because it never ends right. There's something about Ron in that cutscene, like, so I think most characters are programmed that when like you enter a cutscene mode, like entering a door or talking to a character or something, everyone else freezes. But I think Ron is designed to ignore that trigger, like ignore freezing when someone enters a cutscene, and I think it's because the game makers wanted you to see him continue running if
Let's hope it's not.
you got stopped by Moaning Myrtle. And so because of that, even when you're opening the door, he still gets to the door and opens it. Like, he doesn't freeze because you open the door. So, that's my...
He doesn't give a shit about doors physics.
Right, and I think something funny happens if you open a door and then some other character opens it at the same time as you, because that's what happened to me on the gate as well earlier.
What happened?
You know the gate that we do the gate skip on at the beginning? I did the same thing. I accidentally didn't get the gate skip, so Ron started running to the door, but somehow I beat him to it. And when I opened the gate before him, I just got turned back around and spit right back out in that room.
Oh, I see. That kind of makes sense. Right. Well, my screen capture is ready.
Go on, better watch out.
Just gonna wait on this guy to finish
ready.
his run.
Duel!
Man, Mr. War is stumbled. I can let the game go.
Yeah, it's working.
He stumbled, man.
Alright, that was a pretty good first duel. This run's actually going pretty well. I can save about 30 seconds on Aragog by doing the strat correctly now. Now that I start getting it right.
Remember what I told you. That's a bit harsh.
Expelliarmus!
And a new follower? Shit.
If you try
Mr. Walrus, you want to be my new PR director? Mr. Walrus confirmed new director of marketing. I saved some time, I split late, but I ended up saving probably closer to 2 seconds. On my,
Job, son.
on my parcel mouse
Hissing
split.
furiously, the snake slithered towards Justin Finch Fletchley. Leave him alone, Harry shouted. At least, that was what he thought he'd shouted. When he looked up at Justin, he was met with an angry look.
What do you think you're playing at?
What do you think you're playing at?
The snake was
Justin
lying
Finch
slumped on
Fletchley.
the floor,
What kind of
close
fucking name is
against a
that?
thick black garden hose. So why was Justin, and everybody else for that matter, regarding him?
I'm not gonna type topless percent because no one wants to see me topless. No one wants to see a pasty, doughy, white
Harry
guy
didn't know
topless.
what a parcel mouth was, so Ron told him.
You can talk to snakes, Harry.
Hermione informed Harry that being able to talk to snakes was what Salazar Slytherin was famous for, and how the whole school was now going to think that he, Harry Potter, was the heir of Slytherin, and therefore responsible for the attacks.
God, I want that shirt so bad, Dugong.
Dumbledore wasn't in his office when Harry got there. It was a very interesting room, however, and nearby Harry spotted the sorting hat.
Oh, I gotta
As he
pee.
approached it,
Crap.
the hat spoke to him.
That's not,
Oh,
You've
no.
been wondering
That's not
whether
good.
I put you in the right hearts.
I gotta hold
I
out for the
stand by what I said
evening
before.
Rubeus.
You would have
cutscene.
done well in Slytherin.
Harry's heart plummeted.
That's the name of that
He told the
cutscene to
hat
me.
before
Evening
it was
Rubeus.
broken, and then a strange
It's right
banging
after the
noise
card-carrying
made him
cupids,
wheel
I
around.
believe. Either before or after.
Harry yelled
Moaning
in
about
shock
every
as the
single
bird
time I
burst
see
into flames, only to emerge from the fire.
Don't you love my
less
split
angry
image?
than
The
it
whole
was
thing.
before. Then the
Yeah,
office
man,
door
I read the whole
opened,
thing, and I'm like,
Dumbledore
what's
came
that
in.
image? And then I take a closer look and I'm like, oh, that's me!
Fawkes the Phoenix is really very handsome,
forget.
isn't he, Harry?
Harry nodded, still
Thanks,
shocked
Amelia.
by the sight of the
Never
bird
forget.
bursting into
Yeah, I know.
flames.
I know, I'm just gonna hold it until
Dumbledore
later.
thought Phoenixes were fascinating creatures.
They can carry immensely heavy loads, and they make highly.
I need to message the guy who
Dumbledore went on to say
who
that
runs
he
PB
didn't
Tracker
believe
and get him to
Harry
split
was
up the Harry
the
Potter
attacker
games,
played in Hogwarts.
because
And
the
he asked
Harry
if
Potter
Harry had
1
anything
PC and
to do with
PS1 are combined on
Harry
PB
thought of
Tracker,
the disembodied
and
voice
Harry
he
Potter
heard, and his growing dread
PS1
that
and
he was
PC
connected
versions are
to
mixed
Salazar
for Harry
Slytherin,
Potter 2 as well.
But in the end, he didn't want to say anything about them.
What kind of shit is that?
Well, I mean, you can input the name of any game you want to on PB Tracker, and just whoever input the game first didn't put PS1 or PC on it, so everyone's just been
Now that everyone...
submitting under the same game name, despite the fact that you can tell just by looking at the times and by what system they list that they're on different versions of the game.
Ready? Ready? As I'll ever... 1,
That's the way it is with things like PB Tracker. The data's only as good as the people who are keeping it up. So, and the guy who runs it's pretty good about fixing stuff like that. Like if you say to him, hey, these two categories need to be combined, or something's wonky with this game, he seems to be pretty good about fixing it. So I'm gonna take it real easy on this Polyjuice Potion section. Real easy. Because getting bopped into a pit would make me real sad. Yeah, if Hermione Granger were blonde and nerdy. But she's not, she's brunette and nerdy. Come on, game. Don't knock me into that pit. If I can make it past those two axe guys, I'm in the clear.
Yeah, there's basically nothing to stop you. Well, there's something.
Okay.
It's not
I did get hit by the axe guys, but I got hit by the first one and got knocked over back onto the platform, so it was no big deal. Like, I probably lost 2 or 3 seconds, but I'll take that over getting hit into the pit.
Oh, dude, I have to actually. Maybe I'll just stop with the second one. So I don't get knocked over again.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I've been taking it so cautiously that I've started getting hit by the first guy.
I mean, just wait for the second one. The first one never hit me. You don't stop.
No, but I mean, if you play it cautiously and like slow down in preparation, that first guy can get you sometimes. Because sometimes I've been taking that turn not sharply enough and not staying on the platform, like I'll just run off. So slowing down for that combined with slowing down for the axe guy, I've started getting hit by the first guy. But honestly, just being honest, I would rather get hit by that first guy than anything else. Like, getting hit by that first guy knocks you over for like 2 seconds, and then you're definitely gonna not mess up the second. Hold on. Oh god. I almost shit myself. But the cycle ends up working out better, so.
Did you almost drop down?
I almost fell off twice.
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
There you are. Have you two been pigging out
Oh,
some great
shit.
Oh, people seem to think
Damn.
you must have.
Wow.
You know I haven't, Goyle.
You just
How
get
many times do I have to
save
tell you?
one frame.
But I know one thing.
Yeah,
Last
save one
time the
frame
chamber
and pee yourself a little.
opened, a mudblood died. So I bet it's only a matter of time before one of them is killed this time.
God, that face. Like right at the end of that cutscene where it zooms in real close on Malfoy. That face, man.
Yeah, I've come to realize I kind of find it funny that people like take this world record as a good time, and they just try to shit off whenever you're close to finishing. Like, oh, this time is shit. Look at him, it is easily. I don't think they realize that my run doesn't have any recent strat where it's not any good.
Damn, you getting defensive now?
Oh yeah, man, dude, I'm getting
I think I've been fairly clear that your runs are considerably better than mine, just irrespective of skips. So I don't think you need to get all defensive and shit. I think you just gotta finish one run and you'll have a. I think you just gotta finish one run and you'll have a world record that I can't touch.
I didn't mean you, by the way. I meant
Gotcha.
people in well, not Twitter, maybe in your chat a while ago. I'll just not answer anything, and I'll just show them, I guess. I just need one good run.
Gauntlet's been thrown.
Because that's the
I just need one good run.
Because that's the thing, like if you use the new Aragog strats we came up with and just get like a really clean run with the Death Warp and the new Aragog strats, like you're gonna pick up like another 2 minutes and you're just gonna be untouchable.
I'm just waiting for that, I guess. I was about minus minute and a half at Aragog, after Aragog, and the rest of my run I could have saved about
Everyone's saying that Potter's
Potter's a parcel.
Yeah, I'll gladly let anyone know who asks that you are considerably better than me at this game. Like, you're just more consistent, and for some reason, like, you get these god runs, and then the very next run, it's like, okay, I'm a minute ahead of my splits. Like, when I get a god run, that means I'm done with the game. Because I'm never going to do better than that one run.
Well, this run is pretty damn good.
This run is looking like it may become my god run. If I don't have any significant failures.
Yeah, so far you had first try Snitch, you have first try pretty much everything.
I hope
Yeah, first try Snitch gave me a ton of time to play with. I could have made a ton of mistakes and been perfectly fine just because of that first try Snitch.
I could understand. You died on the Basilisk in your previous one?
Not in my PB. I died.
No, not your PB. I mean,
yeah.
In one of your attempts.
Yeah, I did, but that run was already going to shit, and I just stopped carrying.
Are you ready?
My PB though, my PB had a death in Lockhart though. I'm pretty sure.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think I got hit pretty early by Obliviate, and then ended up having like the most amazing duel against Lockhart I've ever had, and so I still lost a little bit of time, but I didn't lose a ton. Also,
that Lockhart death you actually wanted.
That one I
like
wasn't.
You got hit once and then you were like, I'm gonna die.
I don't think I had intended to die, but maybe I did. Maybe I had gotten hit and realized I was low enough on health and just took a suicide.
Split that.
Wait, we're talking about your PB, right? For your
yeah.
Yeah, on your PB, I'm relatively certain you said, I think I'm gonna die here to reset my health, and then you died.
Oh. I did that in my marathon run, didn't I? No. No, I should have done it in that marathon run.
Yeah, in marathon run, you had like 0 HP, and you're like, nah, never reset, never surrender.
If you come back,
I'm just gonna hope.
I didn't mean to cauldron though. Like I was mashing buttons, and as soon as I respawned, he just went straight into the cauldron minigame. I'm like, well, looks like I'm doing this now.
I'm just gonna hope for you that you don't actually die or lose time in the end, or don't get caught in the forest.
I just like to get a decent time that I'm somewhat happy with. I'm not stressed about getting the world record and holding on to it forever. It's just it'd be cool to like get the time that I'm happy with. Well, that happened.
And I'm gonna guess that was a bad thing.
Yeah. It didn't cost me much time. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, but
excellent. Now,
it wasn't great.
Did you drop down the hole or
Yep.
something?
Yep, you know exactly where I messed up.
Because I did.
Because everyone's done that all the time. Something about that ledge, so like it's a coin flip whether or not he decides to jump.
I've actually never had that happen, but then again, I've only ran the game twice, so...
Wow. I did see this happen once.
My split after Aragog, assuming that I only continue to gain time and don't lose any time, my split after Aragog will probably be about 2:30 ahead of my splits, because I have about 30... No, actually I have about 50 easy seconds I can pick up on the Night Watch section. When I did my Night Watch perfectly in my attempt last night, I picked up 56 seconds over my splits. After Aragog, including the new strats, I think that put me another 30 seconds-ish ahead, so we're talking like could be about 3 minutes ahead after that. It's not certain, like there's tons of places where things can go wrong.
Whenever I do get a preview at a good time, I'm gonna wait until I get
friendly card-carrying cupids.
Warp.
Are you?
Until I want to continue a run, not...
That's probably reasonable.
Cause sub 15 is very doable. Just need perfect wizard duel.
Yeah, you do way better at that duel than I do, so you can afford to have more stringent requirements. For me, I mess up that duel enough that like I'd never get a run off the ground if I waited for the perfect duel.
Perfect duel would require 2 green power-ups. And I know an easy way to do it without hiding behind.
Well, you can stand in front of it and then just move when he fires.
Or you could just bait.
Yeah, that's also a good way to do it. I hadn't considered doing it that way.
That's why at the beginning, whenever you start with duel, I just start hitting to the right and bait attack that way. So it hits the TV right away so I can see if I get a green upgrade or not. Upgrades are really worthless, to be honest.
Unless you get the green one, in which case it's
Yeah.
the best thing in any world.
If you don't get a green one, well, you just need to hit every flipendo that you have.
Yeah. You can still do a pretty good duel without getting the green ones, but those green ones definitely make the difference. I think all of my best duels I've ever had have been like 2 early greens.
I do not think that green upgrade brings the HP to 1. I do think it's a double damage.
If you say so, it just seems too coincidental that it always brings him down to 1. Maybe it always brings him down to, maybe it does double damage, but it won't kill him in 1 hit or something. Maybe that's why he always has 1 hit remaining.
Whenever you use well, you know when he's half HP and you do 1 shot, you see like half of his bar disappearing. I think that whole bar counts as 1.
Maybe. I still think that my theory's correct, but since we have no way to prove it for certain,
50 years
I
ago,
guess we're
the
kind of
chamber was
stuck here.
opened
Someone
and
needs
a
a green
girl was
upgrade
killed.
and needs to
like make a save state and like farm it out or something, like see all the different patterns possible. Yeah, that'd probably be handy.
Not different patterns, just having a
The
green,
pages of the
green
diary
upgrade
began
and
to
shoot
blow
it
as though caught in a high wind,
and see
and
how
then the
much
diary
damage
seemed
it
to
does.
open
Right.
up, and Harry was pitched head first into the opening.
You know, it could also
Harry
be
saw that he was
one that
standing in a
when you
corridor
charge
in
up, you deal
Hogwarts
more
dungeon.
damage.
Peering through a crack made by
Say that
an
again?
open door was a boy of about
Maybe
16.
the green one is actually
Harry knew at
the
once
power
that
up
this
when
was
you
Tom
charge
Riddle,
it.
the owner of the diary.
It
Then
becomes
Harry
more
heard
powerful
someone
the more you
speaking
charge.
in a low whisper.
Possibly.
We gotta get you out of here.
You know, they are
Come on now.
Yeah,
in the
like when
box.
I pot shot the green one, it doesn't do a ton of damage, but if I fully charge it, in my experience, it always brings him down to 1 hit remaining.
Suddenly stepped out from the doorway.
But,
Evening,
you know,
Rubeus.
that
It's all
the
over.
plural of anecdote
I'm
is
going
not
to have
data,
to turn
so
you in.
there's no proof
The
of
least
it.
Hogwarts can do is make sure the thing
It
that
just
killed
always
that
seems
girl
to be
is
the case for me.
slaughtered.
The young Hagrid rose up to his full height
In
and
the
roared at the top of his
33
voice.
runs I've done. So what do I know what I'm talking about?
Never.
And then, from out of the box came something that made Harry let out a long, piercing scream unheard by anyone.
When is the Ron
A
duel?
vast, low
After
slung,
herbology.
hairy body in a
It's
tangle of
immediately
black
after
hair,
flying
a gleam of
lessons.
many eyes and a pair of razor-sharp
Okay, I've got to
pincers.
save state
The
close.
thing scuttled away, tearing up the corridor and out of sight.
No!
Alright,
The scene whirled.
um,
The darkness became complete,
I got about
and Harry
half an
landed
hour
with a
left.
crash.
Well,
Later, Harry met up with Ron and
if I can
Hermione.
finish the game in an
What's
hour
up?
40,
Harry
then
could barely get
then
the
you'll be here
words
for
out
it.
of his mouth.
It was Hagrid, Ron. Hagrid opened the Chamber
Well,
of
this is
Secrets 50
Terrence,
years
so-
ago.
So far it is.
all I gotta do is be 10 minutes ahead of my splits. That's all. That's all I gotta do.
Easy, man.
That's all I gotta do.
People
Just
done
that.
2 minutes of that easy.
Just that. Just
Riddle
just
must have got the wrong
10
person.
minutes ahead of my
Maybe some
10
other
minutes ahead of my
monsters
splits.
attacked.
That's it.
Let's get 2
Hagrid,
minutes faster
we've
for the
always-
rest of this.
I'm
and
going
we'll
to
be
the
like
library.
1:30.
See if I can...
Wait, this is at 7 p.m., right?
Yep.
Alright, well, I guess right now, it's probably
You
too
better be
late.
Yeah,
careful. Ron.
probably.
We're not... Let's... Remember that you need
That
to
doesn't
collect
change
them
my
to power up
my
your
want
car.
to get the
They
run
only
though.
last a short amount of time.
Yeah, I know.
You can unlock the doors by using
It
these
would be
pressure
nice to
pads.
submit it in time
You
for
just need to
TSSB.
charm...
Just know that if I get the world record
Leviosa.
and they put you up there as the world record holder, I'm just gonna spam the chat and I'm gonna be like, nope, nope, I'm the world record holder.
Nice one.
Nope, 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 nope.
And then
Check
I'll
your-
get
check your
the
facts.
world record right after.
Check your facts.
Actually, you know what? You get the world record before TSSB, and then I get it during that bonus stream,
That'd be pretty awesome.
and then there may be like, oh well,
Wingardium
the
Leviosa.
world record has been exchanged twice in about 2 hours. Hopefully you don't mess up your
I know.
your nighttime.
I know. I'm so nervous that I'm gonna mess up Night Watch.
It's like that last time you run into you missed your jump and then drop down straight in front of him.
Yep. But we're not gonna do that this time. This time we're gonna have a good Night Watch.
Oh man, the forest.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Go. Right, Ron, shoot the flower, please.
Oh, you're trying to green the power up?
Yeah, I'll try now. Ah, Ron, please, you're too strong. Stop shooting. Ow. Alright, I got the red one. Just shoot me again.
What?
Hey,
Thanks for choosing not to jump. God damn.
Okay, I got the Avada Kedavra.
Which is...
Now, if I miss it, I'll be sad. Alright, making another save state.
Just...
No, Ron, don't this to me! Ron, please, he's killing me. Alright, I did a fully charge and it took me down by a third.
Just
I
100% damage. Or 100% charge.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do it again just to be
Okay.
accurate with my sight. I fucking missed.
It's probably... It's maybe 1/3 of the damage? I don't know. It's maybe not double damage.
Well, the image for it shows 2 orbs. So maybe it's double damage. Maybe you're right. No! I got caught!
What? I hope you were not in the third room.
I was in the third room. I got caught by McGonagall. McG.
Fuck, dude.
She caught me as I was running over to the door. But I think it's because I rushed it a little too much, but whatever.
You probably rushed it too soon.
Yeah, I think I got too close to her. I don't think she actually spotted me. I think I just came up behind her too close to her.
Oh yeah, you basically touched her.
Alright.
You're running.
I just got too excited, man.
Yeah, that's understandable with a sweat like that.
It's fine.
Well, that I don't know how much time it lost. That maybe
It's
a minute.
not run over because my PB did the exact same thing, so I'm just gonna break even on this split. Actually, I'll probably pick up another 20 seconds just because we have that new route through room 5. That's not part of my PB. Still sucks
Yeah,
though.
consistently.
Which room?
At fully charged, it's 1/3 damage on the full charge screen.
So it's double damage.
I guess. I don't really know how much normal damage is.
Well, let's say one take.
See.
I don't know if that is. Let me do some real science here.
Real science.
Apparently everyone's gonna really try and something.
Wait, what is the room 5 take?
Oh,
The one where we run behind McGonagall instead of waiting for her to move.
Oh, you did not use it.
Not my last completed run, no.
Fair enough.
yeah, it's double damage. 2 fully charged normal jinxes are the same as 1 fully charged Avada Kedavra. However, I'm not playing this game anymore because no matter how many times I reload my save state, he's constantly going, right, now I'm gonna really right, now I'm gonna really, right. It's really annoying. How about now I'm making an imitation of how I sounded exactly like Ron.
Yeah, you sounded really red-haired.
This pressure pack has a different image on it, and there are no objects to charge.
So I guess rushing for the cloak right there, if you're fast enough, is a better strat than waiting for him to move away.
Probably.
But I just cannot believe it. Still, the ogres were out of sync last time. I really don't know what the fuck was going on. Oh yeah, you're definitely picking up another like 20 minutes or so.
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Per second. Wow.
Mate, you're
I picked up 6 seconds. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Quiet.
I picked up time. Yeah, I picked up time. I don't even care. I'll pick up 30 seconds from Aragog if I get a perfect Aragog, and we'll just keep going and see what happens, you know? You know, let's just have fun with it, right? Let's go nuts.
Let's go nuts.
All the YOLO strats right now.
Yeah, we're going full on YOLO. Can't believe I got caught again in Night Party. You'd think at some point I would just learn to stop fucking doing that.
Yeah.
You'd think that strat number 1 for me would be like, don't make that mistake.
The strat would be to not mess up the strat.
Yeah.
Just wait for just wait for the ogres now. Freaking out of sync ogres.
No.
I can't believe it was so out of sync for me. Like he was in the middle lane, right when I get there.
No, you don't know me well enough, Dylan. I'm definitely not going to take any safe strats. That's just not who I am.
You're not gonna do it.
I'm gonna live on the edge, man.
Wow. You're good.
We're going full YOLO. Ask me how many YOLOs we're gonna go. All of them. That's the number. Yeah, you only live once. I can't wait for you to ask questions.
I'm like rummaging through stuff. I don't know why. By the way, when you get a Sigma graphic, you gotta tell me it's like press my GG button, make it really loud.
Okay.
Stand.
2 GG for me.
So I'm thinking about running Star Wars Episode 1 against the
Oh, okay. I didn't know you didn't like girls anymore. Oh my god, cast the fucking spell, god damn it. Obi-Wan Best Game Boy 2014.
Best thing about cartridges, this will fix the issue that I'm having.
Oh shit, you're about to get colorified.
Where's my Game Boy? I don't know why I put my Game Boy Color though.
You own a Game Boy Color? What is this, 1996?
Mate, what if we go against 1996?
I don't know, it was a shit year, dude.
Mate, is this...
They had Game Boy Colors.
Against me or what? The Game Boy Color is the bomb.
Wait, were you born in 1996 or something?
Yeah. You forget that I'm very, very young.
You're not that young.
I'm in the prime of my speedrunning career.
You're not born in 1996.
I was.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's fucking... You're fucking with me now. God damn it, shut up. How did you catch me, you motherfucker?
Oh no, you're not even that mad at me anymore.
No, I think it's the second ogre, I'm gonna say.
Yeah. But now I can do this strat.
Does it really, like, replace them, like, their position?
Yeah, it resets the room.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he just see you? Wow. Like, he was basically turned around 90 degrees to the right. To the left.
I'm making it work, mostly because I'm a god at this game. I'm just leveling with you. You're gonna watch this.
Just screw this. Because you're just going straight.
Dude.
You're just going straight about everything.
Yeah, YOLO.
Dude, that fucking ogre that is, like, right next to you always see me. I don't know why.
That's because you're bad at this game.
Everything.
You're shit.
Not as much as you.
Oh god.
Oh. Yeah.
You got me. I got bopped for free, courtesy of French Canada. I actually got a gold split. God damn this game.
Gold split for this.
I know, I hate this game so much. I got a gold split for that bullshit. I'm about to save another 30 seconds too, so... Fuck this run.
30 seconds on Eric, whatever his name is.
Yeah, assuming I...
Guys, I don't have any batteries and Game Boy Color.
Assuming I can get this strat right on Aragog, I'll save about 25 to 30 seconds.
Don't do it like last time.
Why last time I actually did pretty well.
The one before that, where you cleared the spider. And
So do
spiders can mess up.
okay. Go.
Now that was the next gen strat, so you can get gold split.
Yeah.
Unless you knew that world record wasn't going to happen, you just set yourself up for gold split.
And I'm gonna guess.
No, it's fine. So Aragog usually throws out a few eggs right at the very beginning, and I usually do really well about clearing them out before they turn into spiders. But it's fine. They turn into spiders, and I just have to clear out an extra few. That's no big deal. Still doing the strat, still doing great because I'm pretty much a god.
Pretty much a god.
Correct me when I say something that's no longer true, please. Gotcha, bitch. You just got bopped, Aragog, courtesy of someone. Courtesy of French Canada. Minus 210. Well, I don't know, but I think we might be on pace for sub 150. I saved 25 seconds, even after messing up one part of the spider section.
Hurry up, Ron!
The door slammed shut.
I'm not gonna get in time for Sunday sequence break, but it's whatever.
They sped out of the hollow, branches whipping the windows of the car.
Wait, are you not? Why not?
Because they probably won't take it since they make their list
After
pretty
10
early.
noisy, rocky minutes,
Yeah, they make their list during the day for their show at 7 o'clock. So unless they're gonna make it last minute, like 30 minutes before the show starts, there's no chance I'm gonna get in.
Harry and Ron arrived
I don't know if
safely
you
back
do
in
it pretty
Gryffindor
fast.
Common.
Yes, I
The moment I get the world record, I'm going to go ahead and start filling out the form, and then I'm going to cut my stream like partway through the credits, highlight it, and submit it.
He's gonna roll in it.
Like, I got a plan, dude. I've got a fucking plan.
Harry, I am dead. I also...
Turn the stream on, build the thing, highlight,
Not
mash
piece of the... Okay. Ginny will be alright once she...
I'm gonna need a montage!
And then...
He's gonna make a montage of all the steps that he took to...
It's just record your screen.
Well, they gotta start making this stuff fairly early in the day, because they make highlight clips for each of the games, so...
Well, I sent it earlier. No, actually, they don't make clip for each game.
Well, they do if you have it uploaded to YouTube, usually.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
It could happen. I got enough health to do the whirlwind skips and to potentially beat Lockhart without needing to take a suicide for health. So we're looking at possible. I'm gonna get out of the whirlwinds with half of my health remaining.
If you don't take any hits, then no, you don't option.
Right. No, I just took took hits on the whirlwind. 2 hits on the whirlwind. Because the pattern was going slow and I just ran right into it.
I guess your PP did not have any whirlwind hit. Except for one for each, I guess.
I don't know. I don't remember offhand. Okay, I have, I think, 4 hits remaining right now.
1, 2, yeah, about 4 or 5.
Oh, you are probably behind on my stream. I definitely don't have 5. I've got 4 or 3, and I don't know exactly.
Well, if you're past the midpoint of your life bar, it's 4.
That's fine. We're still doing pretty well.
Professor.
You know, I'm gonna laugh if you get a record, you get into TSSD, and I get it right when I do the bonus. That would be so fucking hilarious.
I would enjoy that. I'm gonna laugh if this run turns into a soft lock. Like for real, I'll laugh.
How?
If this turns into a soft lock, and like this,
By the sink.
it's gonna be fucking sad.
I love these sinks.
Turning into snakes. Try saying something. Okay.
I love these sinks, they're so good.
Open.
Look at these sinks.
Open!
Apparently Harry was the first person to ever think of saying the word open to the sinks.
The first person to ever say open.
I'll go
the girl
first.
Well,
We'll be right.
Oh wait, no, run. It wasn't there too.
Why does Lockhart not have any other animation than to put his arms out in front of himself and go really fast?
Holy crap! I found, well, not I found, damn, someone actually did a task SMB3 and they're able to roam more into the credits right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, honestly. If a tool can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, Nate, that's how it works.
Yeah, tools don't have to work, they need to be coded. Tools you need is within our reach.
Ooh, spell off the edge there. That would have been really amusing for everyone. Everyone would have shared in a really nice laugh there.
I don't know.
Nice, okay. Got the slide.
How much time did you save? Because like, I'm pretty sure you fell off on PB, right?
Nope, broke even on my split. On my snaky sliding. I gained and lost no time.
Okay then.
Oh wow, you almost failed there.
Oh, careful.
It's always that last turn that always gets me.
It's the one that freaks me out and makes me think that I should slow way down, and the one time that I actually like stopped moving and tried to like properly slow down, it totally fucked me up.
Did that time I tried to slow down, my character turned and had to slide backwards.
Oh, I got a green power up and I ended up screwing.
Nope.
Oh, what up? Gold split on Lockhart. Suck on my dick. 244 ahead of my splits. I took 1 hit, so I think I have 3 hits remaining. I'm not sure. It's enough that I will probably play it safe on some of the rats.
Yeah, that's 3 hits.
There's only one. Okay, Harry.
Oh wow, you had 2 green power-ups.
Yeah, but I missed one of them. I really wish I hadn't missed it too, but I have such a hard time predicting when he's about to move and not, just because I haven't watched his pattern enough. Like Fred, I know for certain when he's about to move.
This looked like sub for 149.
Maybe. I'm really wondering whether or not I should risk trying to skip the rats. Skipping both sections of rats in this, I'm talking about getting myself down to 1 hit point of life.
You take
Nintendo! Nintendo!
Alright.
This is fucking risky. Because I think there's one, two... How much rats is there in this?
Alright, I killed one of the rats and didn't get hit by the other. So there's only one section of rats coming up that I could potentially skip to save some time, and I think I'm gonna take the risk and try to skip it. You know, the one where there's that that S-shaped bridge with the 2 rats on it?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to skip it.
How?
Well, I mean, you
Jumping from the ledge?
Yeah. Yeah, it works when you don't fuck it up. Alright, I took 1 hit from the rat, because I didn't do the jump properly, so I think I've got 2 hit points of life left, which is plenty for me, I think. Ooh, forgot about these fireballs. Okay, didn't get hit. God bless you, fireballs. Based fireballs. So based.
Oh wow, you still got hit the rat. Holy crap.
Yeah, but that was my own fault. I just played stupidly.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Were you not able to jump from the...
I didn't get an angle I was happy with, and so I never ended up jumping when I should have.
Yeah.
Because so many times I've tried to jump the corner to skip that rat, and I've actually gotten hit by him in midair and knocked into the pit. And if you're not aware, the reset place, or the reset for getting knocked into that pit is not in that room. It's actually the very beginning of the entire Chamber of Secrets.
Damn, that slug was really close to you.
Yeah. Okay, this is going pretty well. I gotta admit, assuming I don't take any random hits damage, this is looking pretty good. The only room I've got left in the trials is the room with all the armors, and I can and have made it through it without taking any damage, but I've also...
Hello?
Nintendo! 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 Nintendo!
Yep,
Stays down.
Nintendo!
but I'm back.
Nintendo! Nintendo! Nintendo!
Look at you, look at you.
Nintendo!
Freaking focused.
Nintendo!
Half his face is off screen.
Sorry, I'm leaning so far forward, and that's what's...
He's like leaning so much forward that his face is like right next to me.
I'm sorry, I'm like almost pressing my face against the CRT.
Yeah, it's all good now, we know frame perfect tricks. They'll be able to see the pixels.
Maybe there's a way to actually get no hits before...
Yeah.
I wonder.
You'd have to figure out a way to reset the whirlwinds without getting hit by them. I don't know any way to do
No,
that.
you can't. You can't. Where did he take hits before that? Spider.
Maybe.
No.
Yeah. I didn't refill my
you're-
health enough after during Aragog.
I'm going to guess the forest that's after... what? I'm trying to figure out where I always lose all the HP. Oh, I lose all the HP during the fight. The Lockhart fight. Because he always hit me. Are you entering the last room yet?
Yeah, I lost a little bit of time on that split. I'm minus 238 going into the Basilisk.
That's world record.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I mean, you cannot fight.
You're so mean, Proclaw. I mean, I love you to death, but you're so mean.
She's alive, but only just.
If I didn't,
Well, let's say last time
Ginny's
you died
been
on
writing in the diary for months.
if I didn't like you so much,
Ginny
Proclaw, I
recently
would totally
opened the
ban you for
Chamber
that
of
shit.
Secrets. She daubed threatening messages on the walls, and
It's
so I
definitely
one
world record unless
Tom,
you're really
Shut up.
Yeah man, you'd have to be me. You'd have to be me. Put it that way.
You guys are both assholes.
I'm giving you a confidence boost. You're not me.
You don't have that big smile on your face now. You never know what's
I'm.
gonna happen.
You guys are making me nervous, and I'm nervous smiling now. Sorry, I'm so used to being the super talkative, annoying one, and now I'm focused.
It's got a Gryffindor sword. Maybe I can use our lots of basilisk venom. Ow, it's very tough. This fight is so obnoxious. Like, you never know how you're doing, really.
This better be.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be someone for now. It'll be something good.
Yeah, hopefully it's something.
I'd have to make up 10 seconds on the split. I can make up 20 if I do perfectly, but I don't do perfectly very often.
Damn, dude.
It's so obnoxious to control.
Oh yeah, those hits with pretty hard to control them. Sub 149. Go, go.
Maybe. I think I've got another 3 or 4 cycles on it. I think I got a minute to go.
Well, at this rate,
Oh man, I just wrecked him. That one laser, I did a ton of damage, dude. But he's only down to 1 tooth, so it's gonna be a lot harder to hit him.
come on, sub 149 time.
148.32.
Pretty good.
Good job, man.
148.32. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that time.
Well done, Wolf.
GG.
Very proud.
Oh wow, you got him with that cycle with the...
That was insane.
So you gotta do what you said earlier.
Yep. Wait, what did I say?
There was silence.
Plan, man. Go submit. Go, go, go.
Go submit.
That's what I'm doing. I thought you were talking about something else. I'm submitting right now. I'm already on the form.
Shaking all over, Harry pulled
What
himself
form?
up.
You get what?
His head was
form?
spinning as
Yeah.
though he'd travelled
form.
miles by flu powder. Ginny drew a great shuddering gasp.
It was me, Harry, but I swear I didn't mean to. Riddle made me. He took me over.
Harry told her that it was all right. The
Fuck, I
riddle
can't
and the
fill out,
basilisk were finished.
Come
the
on,
video
Ginny,
yet.
let's get out of here.
They were flying
Sony
Go.
upwards.
PlayStation.
Before
Go
he'd
fucking
stopped
iron it
enjoying the
already.
ride, it was over.
I will in a second. As soon as I get done filling out the rest of this form, I'll highlight. That doesn't make any
Don't
sense.
need to highlight. Skip from the
He
passport.
told them
cast, don't worry
about
about it.
hearing the disembodied
Really?
voice. How
Give them all the failed
Hermione had
attempts at the
finally
start.
realized that he was hearing a basilisk in the pipes.
What's today, the
How
9th?
Aragog had told him where the last victim of the basilisk had died.
Now
How
you
he
just
had
need
guessed that
perfect everything to
Moaning
get
Myrtle
the
had
30
been the
seconds.
victim, and that the
that you
entrance
lost.
to the basilisk's lair, the Chamber of Secrets, might be in her bathroom. Professor Dumbledore explained that 50 years ago, Lord Voldemort, as a 16-year-old Tom Riddle, had enchanted his diary, and that diary had enchanted Ginny.
I think
Later,
next attempt that
Harry
I do,
managed to
I'm
release
just not
Dobby
gonna
from
have
the
Shadow.
slavery of Lucius Malfoy. For it was
Shadow
Lucius
Finn
Malfoy who
is
had planted Tom
distracting
Riddle's
me so
diary
hard
on the
these days.
hapless Ginny Weasley. And as
By
for
the way, where's
Harry,
your warp
well,
split?
once again, he
It
truly
was like
the boy
1:15:40 something, I think.
No, your warp. Wrong warp.
Sorry, 15:38 or 15:40 something.
Finally, let's see
Alright.
who will win this year's House Cup. Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Gryffindor. Gryffindor are in the lead on house points. Gryffindor.
Oh, he's on Aghanim right now. He's almost at the final boss.
What would be a good highlight? Probably the snake fight at the end.
Maybe.
Where's the team?
Padlock skip. The padlock skip is the most important highlight. Like the full 3 seconds of you shooting the spell to go through.
Alright. Let me cut stream so I can... Thanks everyone for watching. Bye. I love you. Bye. Tell them I said bye.